Hello, everybody. It is Emery48 here, and welcome back to another Marvel Monday. This time we are back on the Iron Man series trilogy, kind of. That's what we're going to call it. And we are on the final one, Iron Man 3. I believe that's the final Iron Man movie. I could be wrong on that. And also, All Hail the King, a little short, based on the characters of Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 was definitely not my favorite Iron Man. But the final hour of Iron Man 3 was the best hour of an Iron Man movie, I believe, so far. The first hour was kind of slow. First 10 minutes was kind of dry. I know it was like building up and setting up characters and stuff, but I felt like the first two Iron Mans did it better. The last hour, like the whole resolution, incredible. But the movie as a whole, I do think was not my favorite. I currently have it in third place though for Marvel movies, behind Avengers and Iron Man 2. So I still enjoyed the movie. I just think it is slightly below Iron Man 2 because I think I enjoyed that movie more throughout from end to end, and Avengers from the first second to the end credits scenes I enjoyed. That was a great movie through and through. This one did have times where it was a little slow, which is fine, but does bring it down a little bit. Still enjoyed the movie. The short was cool. Brought in the villains from all three of the Iron Mans and really set something else up for the future. I don't really know if that's going to actually progress, but it did feel like it was one of the only shorts that actually progressed the storyline. I don't know if it ever gets mentioned again, if the Mandarin ever makes an appearance again, but if it does, then that short did really well at progressing the story. If not, then hey, it was a cool 10 minutes. There was surprises in Iron Man 3. Twists to the tale that I enjoyed. Those again all came later. I guess they needed to be built up from the first hour, but that 1 hour of movie, the second half of the movie, was very quality. Good action scenes. We had already seen the mass fight in Iron Man 2, so that wasn't really much new, although this time it was with Iron Man suits instead of just generic suits. But cool scene. I liked the twists. The botanist girl, cool twist. Pepper, she's cool now. She was cool anyway, but badass now, definitely. Happy, again, if Happy's in the movie, I'm not going to be disappointed. I like his character. I think he's a funny comic relief, although Iron Man isn't all too serious of a movie most of the time, so it doesn't necessarily need comic relief because Tony Stark's kind of already that. But I enjoyed it. I liked Rhodey again. I like his character. It was cool seeing Roxxon, which gets mentioned a heck of a lot in the Agent Carter series, so it was cool to see that company come back up into the fray, which I'm sure this movie was made before Agent Carter anyway, so they kind of would have back referenced it, but still, in the order that I am watching things, it's cool to have seen that. I don't really have too much else to say on Iron Man 3. It was a good movie. I do at some point, once we finish going through Marvel, want to go back and rewatch the series, so like the Iron Mans, the Captain Americas, and watch them in order, just individually, to re-rank them, watching them close to each other, because it has been a couple weeks now since I've watched the first Iron Man, so it's kind of tough to compare. And I feel like unless the movie's bad, as long as it's good, the more recent movie is going to be better in my mind, because it is more recently watched. So once we do finish all of Marvel, Marvel Mondays may not end, because I may go back and rewatch some of the movies to kind of do a second viewing ranking, because right now it's just all based off of my first watch of every movie. And currently, I think Marvel is at an 8 on the fandom scale. Iron Man's definitely not going to bring it down, and I don't think it was good enough to bring it up at all. I think it's going to take an incredible couple of movies to really move Iron Man up, or Marvel up from an 8 to a 9 on my fandom scale, because that is a big jump in my opinion. That is all I have for today's video, a good movie and a good short. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.